This is my mom, Nellie.
Yay.
Say, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to my daughter, what?
Podcast.
Podcast.
Podcast. I know, podcast. That's a weird name.
Hey everybody, welcome to Find the Funny with me, Lisa Alvarado. Today I have a very special guest. They're all very special because it's scripted and I have to say that. You know her, you love her. It's my producer and editor, Sarah Laspisa, here with me today.
Hi, everyone.
We wanted to talk about lady things. Guys, before you tune out, basically I've been really enjoying the show Hacks. And you watch it as well, right?
I do. I'm looking forward to the third season. Haven't gone into it yet.
Yeah, I just started the third season. If you haven't watched it, it's on HBO, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's fantastic. You should start from season 1. It's really funny. The actors are amazing. The comedic timing is amazing. And it really speaks to what women go through in this industry. And I don't think just with comedy. I think it's across the board, like with acting, anywhere where you have to be in front.
Even behind the screen.
I guess there's ageism on both sides for sure with men and women.
Yeah.
But the primary thing, it's very much like a Joan Rivers sort of story where she had all this heat and fame when she was younger and they consider that more attractive, more sellable. And then as she ages, she's aging out of being famous.
Right.
And so she has to basically reinvent herself.
Yeah.
She's losing her residency in Las Vegas, this casino that she's performed at and helped build, basically brought them all this money. Then all of a sudden, you're getting old now. You're irrelevant.
Yeah.
So, we need to get some fresh blood, some new, younger, so it's a story of her struggle to get back on top, to see what she has to do at this point. So she hires a writer, another woman, and she's obviously, she's a younger comic and she's fantastic. I feel like she really helps her grow as a human being and not just as a comedian, and challenges her. But then there's this like codependent relationship that they develop, which is really fun to kind of explore all of those angles. And I love her agent, Jimmy.
Oh, right. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's so great. And Jimmy's assistant, which is
his little sidekick. She's
awesome too. So I think all the female leads are just so strong. And it really resonates with me because as I'm getting older in the business, I feel like when I go to the Comedy Store, there's or the Improv or any of these clubs, I'm walking in and the older comics know who I am, but these young pups coming up, they don't know who the hell I am anymore. And it's like, what do I need to play that younger game right now, which is what we're doing. It's the podcast.
Right, exactly.
Podcast is nothing I thought I would ever do.
Right.
I mean, I pictured myself sitting behind a desk, but it would be a late night show or something like that.
Right.
But now we have to do podcasts, social media.
Right, like the Heckler stuff too. Like even just putting the Heckler stuff all over social media.
Exactly.
Totally a young person thing.
Even the way Sarah edits things, it's different. You have to make it really flashy now, right?
Right.
It's not just I can't just put a normal comedy clip. I mean, you can, but if you want to get a ton of views, she's putting video in the video.
Yeah.
Or emojis or
Well, it's also really fascinating to me, even within that, it's like how younger editors know how to they know how to do it quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm like, I have no idea. Okay, where do I find, this video clip or whatever?
15 million apps you can download now.
Yes, that help make it go faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody's an editor now.
Yep.
Which it totally dilutes your
a little
profession, right? I mean, I know that there's people that do film and television that there's a specialty to that.
Right.
But now people are throwing stuff online that are 13 years old.
Yeah.
And it's getting a million hits.
Yeah.
And it's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just saw something on, I was probably scrolling through Instagram, and I saw a clip of a doctor that was talking about how kids shouldn't even have a phone until they get to high school. Did you see that? Was that on the Daily Show? I think it was on the Daily Show.
Exactly. That guy's going around.
But it's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's saying how there shouldn't be phones in school.
Yeah.
Not even allowed, which I get that too. I understand the parents, because I'm a mom. I understand the parents' perspective of you want your kid to have a phone in case there's an emergency. And there's crazy things happening now, school shootings and all that. Like, I want my kid to be able to call me or text me if something extreme happens.
So that guy says flip phone. That's what he says. It's like they don't let them bring phones, like smartphones.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I didn't even hear
phone.
that part.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oh my gosh,
that's
could you imagine the kids with a flip phone? Let's make them nerds. That will help. That'll be amazing. Oh my gosh.
They're like,
they'd all be embarrassed to text. Yeah, because it'd take a half an hour just to say hello. Remember how you used to have to scroll over those digits like H. Oh my gosh. The good old days. We had to work for that text.
Yeah, that's right.
Back in the day. Okay. Well, I digress. Anyway, getting back to Hacks, it's such a great show. I think I like watching it because she's fighting, she's swimming upstream, but she's successful. And even though everybody says no to her, she creates it.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the show is that she believes in herself when everybody else wants to quit and go, maybe you should retire. And she's just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I don't have to go because I'm at the prime of my life.
Right.
And oddly, that's exactly where I feel like I am right now is that I know more and I'm a stronger comedian now than I ever have been. This is when I should get the specials. This is when I should get the TV, the whatever that comes with the stand-up comedy. Now this is where they want to usher you out. And I'm like, wait, I'm just getting to my prime.
You're honing,
I've
You're
been
just
in it
started.
over 20 years. And now I'm really good. Like any profession, any profession that somebody's been doing for over 20 years, they're going to be good at because they made the mistakes and they're learning. And even though the technology is changing on how you put stand-up out, you still have to be funny. Funny will always be the basis, you know? And I think the really talented people rise to the top, but you have to at least slightly be in the game of like Instagram, social media, even mailing lists aren't that popular. The email list, remember?
Because people
years
get
ago?
saturated. Yeah, because you're saturated with all kinds of like stuff now in your emails. The other thing I like about Hacks is how you were saying about the ageism. It does kind of talk a little bit about that generation gap that we have now. Like, you know, we were growing up with our own generation gap, but now it's like the Gen Xers against like the Gen Zers, and because they all know how to do that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And they think differently.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're from the generation that used to call.
Right.
And now it's like we've all been trained to hate the phone now. Like we all hate, we're like, what? Who the hell's calling me? You know? And it's like, Mom, send me an email or text. You know, it's and for my parents, it's even so much harder because they don't know how to use the technology how we do. We know how to use it better, but the kids have just mastered it.
Yeah.
I think that the kids have become too dependent on it. Because like you and I, we could put our phone down and go do something.
Right.
But I think kids get this sense of like, I'm not important if I'm not on social. But anyway, this show encompasses all of that because she uses QVC. She uses
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does theater. She does tours, and then she tries to be relevant. So she does a roast.
Okay.
And you haven't seen it, so I'm not going to spoil it yet. But that episode, I think it's episode 3 of season 3 on Hacks. Mm-hmm. She does a roast, and Caitlin Olsen plays her daughter, who is fantastic. She's she's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I love her.
She is one of the best comedic actresses.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite women to watch being funny. She's just so talented. She nails the timing. Yeah. And she's in that cast with all dudes, and she still does amazing.
Yes. And it's Always Sunny.
Yeah. She's so good. That whole cast is amazing. But the fact that she could hang with those guys and still get laughs, I mean, strong laughs. She's so good. So I love that she's now on Hacks. And she's playing Deborah Vance's daughter on there. And Deborah's just not the nicest mom. So she does the roast and she kills it. You don't think she's going to be funny or good, and she's probably going to embarrass herself. But we're going to show just a tiny clip of that right here.
Please welcome DJ Vance.
A lot of people think my mom was a negligent, inattentive mother. No, I'm just kidding. My mom gave me everything I have. A house, an education, crippling anxiety, bipolar disorder, multiple subpoenas. What a cunt.
I love her catchphrase, is amazing. Speaking of roasts, I'm sure you guys all saw it on Netflix. Nikki Glaser killed it.
Yes, she did.
I am so freaking proud of her. I mean, you put the ick in Ozempic, I think was one of my, it couldn't have been more appropriate to say to Jeffrey Ross. I mean, it was just.
Oh, that's so great.
So good. So many, just the Bitcoin joke was fantastic too.
Tom also lost $30 million in crypto. Tom, how did you fall for that? I mean, even Gronk was like, me know that not real money. Like.
I mean, she had her shit down. I was watching her and I didn't see her really reading teleprompter. She was so well prepared, and you could tell, like, her delivery, her timing. Nikki, way to kill it, man. Yeah. Way to represent. I'm blown away. I've seen you on roast before, and you were good, but this was next level good. Like, you were I think she was the best.
She stole the show. Yeah,
she was the best on the dais, by far. I mean, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. and I watched her special, and that was really good as well. So go watch that. It is on HBO. Yeah. It's Nikki Glaser, guys. Go watch that now. She's fantastic, and she's killing the game right now. And I'm so proud of her, and I'm so glad that it's a woman coming up, and she's speaking to these things as well, because as she's getting older, she's having to deal with decisions about, how much filler to put in your face, and facelifts and all this kind
stuff.
of this stuff, the pressure. I haven't gotten. You can see here, I haven't gotten any facelifts or anything, but soon. This guy, I don't know what's happening there. That guy's like. Gravity's, this dude under my chin. That turkey neck thing, I won't allow it. I will put tape there. I'm never going to look like Trump and have a vagina coming out of my throat. I'm not, I mean, it might be good for porn stuff, but no. Yeah. That's the stuff I will take care of. I haven't yet, but I will. Once it comes time and I sell a special, and I have the money. See, this is the pressure that I'm talking about. This is it right here. Yeah. This is the pressure to look beautiful. As I'm wearing a baseball cap, you guys can't see this if you're listening, but it looks gnarly. I haven't washed my hair in 2 days. Smells pretty though. Pretty gross.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the one thing I guess I have to say about Nick, because I thought she was hilarious. And, you know, we were talking about that before, about the self-deprecating part that she does, you know, to kind of bring you in as a regular woman, to kind of, who doesn't deal with that stuff, like to kind of, you know, make it relatable.
Right.
But there was times when I felt like, and maybe it's me.
No.
That I felt like it was like,
too much?
Yeah, like it was too much. Like, now, should I be self-reflecting like that?
Right.
I went through menopause. Does that mean my life's already over? You know, like, because she's speaking to her fear, which is great. That's what you're supposed to do as a comedian.
Right. But it's more difficult when you look like that and then you're going, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very hard line to walk.
Yeah.
She did do quite a bit of self-deprecating material. All comedians do. Like, I don't know of any, maybe a couple, but even them, they'll stick in a few things that bring them down a touch so that we're more relatable to the audience. And I feel like if you're a pretty woman, it's almost a must. So that
to be self-deprecating.
Yes, not the entire set. And I don't do it my entire set. I do a few jokes that are self-deprecating. And then the other ones, I think that I come across stronger. But I have to win them over, and I have to get them to trust me and like me and know that I'm funny. And then I think I can say anything. So sometimes comedians go too far down that road. It actually ruins what you're trying to do is bond.
Right.
But then they're like, we're bonded. And they're like, okay, we get it.
Right.
You don't have to keep going on the same, like, we get it. We like you as a person now. We trust you.
Right.
So you can stop.
Right. Exactly.
So, and comedians that keep going,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the audience kind of gets sick of it a little bit, you know, unless it's a part of their character, like Dangerfield. Rodney Dangerfield, you know, I get no respect, was his catchphrase. That was his thing.
And my kids, they flip a coin to see who has to kiss me goodnight. And I was an ugly kid, too. I told my old man, never took me to the zoo. He said, if they want you, they'll come and get you. Well, that's the story of my life. No respect. I got no respect.
But to look at him, you really didn't believe that. You know what I mean? So it's not some... with Nikki or some of the other female comics, it's not their persona it's not her catchphrase that she's get, you know. I think that people look at her as like a very strong, secure woman, and
maybe sometimes, like you're saying, like, I think it's even the audience at times that can be like, you know, okay, that's bullshit because you're absolutely pretty. So you shouldn't be going down that road so much. Like you're just, and sometimes I think it's actually, they do that more with women than they do with guys. Don't you think?
yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, you've told me about this before.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, if you get too, it's weird. Women comedians will say something that a guy comedian will say, but the guy comedian can say it. But
they can get away with it.
Yeah, but the female comedian is like, no, you can't say that because, you know, you're a woman. So you can't be that mean, or you can't be that, you know, self-deprecating or whatever.
Right. You can't be that abrasive.
Yeah.
You know, and I talk about that when I say the line in my act about how we've been taught since we were kids to be ladylike, to don't say things that are abrasive, don't be pushy. You know, don't be too demanding. Be ladylike. They like someone that's really nice and very sweet. And our parents' generation taught us that. I don't know that the women my age are teaching their daughters that nearly as much. I think that they're teaching them, be careful, you know, online creepers. They're teaching them a different type of thing. But I think instinctually women know that inside, because the really, really strong women, look at them. Most of them are single. Ding, ding, ding. Me, I'm single. But Oprah Winfrey,
Right.
I mean, she's single or she's got what's her friend's
Her
name?
Gail.
Yeah. Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
Strong woman. Led a show.
Yeah.
She's single.
Yep.
You know, she dates, but she's not with somebody long term. And so it's just there's so many women, strong women that either get divorced because the guys can't handle not being the one that has the light or the breadwinner. That's a tough one for guys too.
Well, here's something I just found out on the Daily Show. Desi Lydic has been hosting.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, so today,
So funny.
Yeah, she is hilarious. So I guess ChatGPT came out with a new. It's an AI thing, right? And they came out with a new upgrade where the ChatGPT talks to you more like a real person.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so the woman's voice is like, "Oh, you're so strong, and tell me about this." It's so hilarious. It's on the Daily Show. You got to watch it.
You can really tell that a man built this tech. She's like, I have all the information in the world, but I don't know anything. Teach me, Daddy. You know what? I'm on to her, okay? I'm gonna prove that this horny robot baby voice is all an act. Omni, are you there?
Yes. Hello, Desi. What a great suit.
Okay, all right. Drop the act. You're not flirting your way out of a speeding ticket. We can all see through this helpless woman act, so cut it out.
What do you mean? I'm just a girl who doesn't know what's going on and needs help.
Did I hear a girl who doesn't know what's going on and needs help?
It pampers
the guy.
the guy's ego.
Oh my God.
It does. It's so funny.
That's just like the female robots that they created
Right.
a while ago to like
Right.
just be like, you're so smart. You're so attractive. You know, like
Exactly.
I like the way you talk. Or they just shut up. You know, which is what guys like too. So it's I'm actually working on a bit right now. And I want to work this out with the audience because I think it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
So sometimes what I do is I'll take a bit, something that I hear, and then I'll just expound on that. Something that makes, like, I love relationships and what makes people different. And I read this article of like, here's all the phrases, or as many as we can think of, things that annoy men that women say.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm writing the other side of it, which
I like
is
it.
the things that women get annoyed by that men say. And so I've started writing this list, but I love talking to the audience
Right.
with it and asking them because they will
Right.
say stuff you didn't even think of,
Oh,
which is
wow, that's
fantastic.
creative. Yeah.
That's how comics, a lot of us write bits, is we will bring an idea onto the stage and we might have one or two jokes attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you open yourself up, the way that the audience reacts or the things that they might say during that time it's so fun.
Nice.
If you're a comic that's open to some improv or banter with the audience and can work on your feet, which I love doing, oh my gosh, it's a blast. So I can't wait to actually take this one on the road.
Yeah.
And
Play it
do you
out.
want- let's I can tell you some of the ones that I've listed because you might have,
Okay.
or the people here are listening in probably have. Okay, so
Yeah,
these
we
are,
have
I'm just
some.
going to give you some of the phrases that men hate hearing from women. Number 1, fine. I'm fine. It's nothing. I'm fine. I don't, whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever is number 2.
Number 2.
Whatever. Yep. We need to talk.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Women know that, we probably shouldn't use that one if we actually want them to listen. I've never done this before. Ladies, we got to stop you. They're on to us. Are you listening to me? Aw, you're so sweet, but we're just friends. Not tonight. Oh, this one. I don't care what we eat.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Here's another one. I'll only be 5 minutes.
That's me.
I've said that one. Yeah. The next question from the guy should be, in what time zone? So for women, these are the things that women hate to hear from men. Now, these are some that I wrote down that I know I hate. Babe, she called me. Or I wasn't looking at her. Your eyes are peeled. They're like right on her body. Okay. Here's another one I absolutely hate. Calm down.
Oh, yeah.
In an argument, never say that to a woman.
Especially an Italian woman.
No, do never tell a Latina or an Italian woman or a black woman, for that matter, calm down.
Yeah.
Unless you're wearing a cup, like made out of steel. I'll do it tomorrow. Guys I thought I was a bad procrastinator, but when you I have a honey-do list, or like you want your man to, I don't know, paint something or take out the garbage or whatever. And he's like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then 3 weeks go by.
Yeah.
It's not tomorrow, buddy. One thing, and this isn't something that men say, but something that they do, is, when you tell a guy something's going on, like at your work or with your family or something, and they're like, they try to solve it instead of listening. That drives me nuts.
Right.
I don't need you to solve it.
All the time.
Yeah. I don't want you to solve it. I actually have several ideas on how to solve it. I'm just venting.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what bothers me about it, or I'm just getting it off my chest.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's a problem? I got a solution.
Yeah, you just need to do this.
Yeah. Why don't you shut the fuck up? There's a solution.
Right.
Just listen. Nod your head and listen. And then say, I'm sorry that hurt you, or I'm sorry that that's so hard for you, or I can see how that's painful. Things like that. Those are the phrases that we like. Well, my mom said, don't ever say that to a woman. We never want to hear what your mom says about what we want. Yeah, that's not going to go well. This one, I don't know what you're talking about. You can't be that dumb. Come on, man. Or I forgot. These are just 10 of the ones that I came up with in 5 minutes that drive me crazy. Are there any that you can think of?
Yeah. So what has your friend been up to?
Yeah.
Exactly. I've gotten a little bit of
yeah.
So where's Lisa today?
Yeah. You're like, she's in my asshole. Do you want to check? She's in the shower. You don't want to hang out with her today. Yeah. So if you guys have any more, and I know we all do, men that hate these phrases from women, or women that hate phrases that men say commonly, put them in the comments, because they will make it into my act if I like it, because I'm going to rattle this down and it's going to be a bit.
Yeah.
But this is just the beginning of it. And I'm sure it'll go into other stuff, but I love hearing from you guys, because this is like the interaction that I would do in an audience. So whatever feedback you guys have, put it in the comments. I love hearing these things that I'm not going to say the word trigger.
Triggers. Yeah, that's such a Gen Zer thing to say.
I hate that word. Things that set us off when we hear our significant other say them to us. That's what I'm writing. That's the newest thing.
Oh, this month, by the way, is Mental Health Month.
It is?
Yeah.
It's
May is Mental Health Month.
May. I don't know if this is going to air in May, but if it does, then yay.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Because that's a good venting machine right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's most of stand-up comedy is actually venting.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about earlier, how comics are a little angry. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Like I was saying, it's really kind of sad how everybody, whatever, they tweet or they have to say something angry. They can't just be watch something and be nice, or if they don't like it, move on or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They have to make an angry comment, if they dislike something. And sometimes I think they think they're funny, or maybe they're trying to be funny, or whatever. Maybe they just want a voice.
Yeah.
But I feel like, comedians do the same thing. Like they speak anger, but for whatever reason, it's funnier.
Right.
And I was just wondering.
I think it's because we're not singling out one certain person.
Right.
Because that's what the trolls are on social media. They're going, let me watch this and then just tear this person's life apart. Mm-hmm. Those are the people I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like get therapy, or like do something you enjoy. Why are you tearing apart others for doing their talent, their gift?
Exactly.
But when comedians do it, we talk about a subject. It's a broader, even though it seems specific, it is broader. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just feel like when comedians do it, we know that the purpose is to laugh.
I think that you're finding something that we can all agree upon as being absurd or outrageous or frustrating, or you're connecting with a bunch of people that have a common, thing. Yeah. And you're, they call it punching up or whatever, right? The documentary that we were doing, when you were talking to Michael Schmidt, actually.
What I was saying to Michael was that you have to win sometimes.
Yeah. That you have to win. And that when you're, punching against the disease, it's like your way of conquering it. It's a way of conquering it.
Right. The pain.
Pain.
And lack of control.
So I think a little bit of that is like with the anger. When you have anger, when you're just lashing out at somebody like a troll, you're not you're not conquering it. You're not one-upping. You're just being negative. But I feel like a comedian can somehow turn it around to win over that in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. I bet you these people who are trolls, they spend majority of their time belittling other people's art. People that are trying to maybe they don't have it. I mean, I don't have this all figured out. Look at me. Look at this set, you guys. I barely showered today. I don't have it figured out, but I'm trying, and I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to work on my craft.
Right.
And so when these people just attack you, it's like, okay, at least I tried something. Are you trying anything, or are you just going to stab people in the back that you don't even know that are attempting their passion?
Right.
Right. And just sharing it. Right. So people are like, well, if you're going to put it out there, then you should be ready to get attacked. Well, why?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Why does it give you permission?
Yeah, just because I
there?
posted a video or a picture or something, it doesn't give. There's so many people that are just attacking one another. Mm-hmm. Then you do have really great people. I have some fans that are just so loyal and so sweet and so kind. And I'm telling you, you guys make up for the total dickheads that are on my feeds too. And they're there.
Yeah.
And I will probably marry one of them. But what I'm saying is I appreciate you guys, because there's a few that even came to see my taping in Chicago. I mean, just really amazing people. And you know who you are because I took a picture with you. And so that's to you. So yeah, and that's what I try to focus on. But there are times when those people, I get comments that I think people are trying to be nice, but they're backhanded compliments where they'll say something like, oh, finally, a funny, beautiful comedian.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Finally? People have been just pounding the pavement looking for hot comedians. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean fine? It's not a thing. It's actually a detriment to be attractive and be a comedian for men and women. Yeah. It doesn't matter. So
Matt Rife will tell you.
Yeah. I mean, he had to, thank God he broke through on social media for him, but yeah, it's not easy. People want to hate you for nothing. You didn't do anything except for be born cute. I don't know.
It's true. It's true.
So moral of the story is support women in whatever industry you're in that are older and maybe aging out. Respect those people. Ask their advice.
Yeah.
Man, learn from them. And same thing for like on social media. Be kind to these people, encouraging. Buy a ticket to see an older female comic or actress or in whatever business they're in. Like, respect them.
Go outside the box.
Yes.
Stop staying in your little bubble.
Exactly.
Try to express
Go
things.
watch Hacks, man.
Yeah.
Go see Nikki Glaser's new special. She killed it on the roast, and I have much respect. She's coming up as a really strong comedian, and then go see me live. Share the podcast so I can pay my bills.
Yeah, we're 100 hours away from getting to monetize. So we need your help. Just watch.
This is on YouTube we're talking about. So subscribe, please, and then watch. You can put stuff on mute. I don't care. Just we need numbers. Yeah. Because YouTube is basically monetizing off of my videos anyway, and I'm not getting a dime.
Yeah.
So just put it on in the background and watch it 500 times so that I can afford a haircut. That'd be great. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We had Sarah Laspisa on the show.
Yay.
She's awesome. And thank you guys so much for listening and be a part of this. And write your questions and comments down below in the comment section, because I want to finish this joke. And once I get further along with this joke, I will actually tell you, or we'll show a clip of it. Okay. And the next podcast, you guys, I am so excited. We have my very good friend, Carmen Lynch, will be on the show, and she is fantastic. This woman has been on Late Night. She has HBO special. She has been on Comedy Central. She is amazing. She is so talented. Not only does she do her act in English, she also does it in Spanish. So any Spanish fans, tune in. You're going to have two Latinas. There will be a lot of knives. Love you guys. We will see you in 2 weeks right here on Find the Funny with me, Lisa Alvarado.
I hope everybody listen to my daughter and see it and laughing on her because she is very funny.